Notts County Talk, I'm joined by Matt. After Notts, I've got a vital away win, 1-0 at Solihull Moors. Matt, how's your voice after that?
Yeah, not too great. It was a really, really fun away day. It's one that a lot of people are looking forward to. Sold out today. Sold out twice, sold out the original allocation and then the further allocation. So fair credit to every Notts fan that turned up today. And those that were in the home end, we'll pretend they weren't there, but they were.
And a special guest in the away end.
And special guest, good old Lee Hughes in the away end.
Got a handshake, didn't you?
Oh, I did. Good man.
Yeah, the fans were credit to the club today. Got us through, especially the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's just one of those games where you say sometimes you see that fans see a club through a game and they kind of give them that little bit of impetus at the end, and you could possibly say that the Notts fans helped win that game today. I know it came from a good bit of play by Kyle Wotton, but Notts really dug into the very, very end today. And there's been a few times this season where that's not been the case, but we'll give credit where it's due. Today was fantastic. They didn't quit. They stuck in it. You know, from chasing the game late on to defending the game late on. They were fantastic. Do
you think it was a game plan with Ardley to sort of nullify Solihull up until 60, 65 minutes and then go for the win, or do you think there was a genuine thought in his mind that the formation he picked going into it would work?
I don't think it was particularly defensive. I mean, at one point we took off an attacker for a midfielder. You had Tyson coming off, and so in terms of it, the tactic being that we would play almost, a 4-3-3 and nullify them. I don't think so. I think it was more rotation for fatigue purposes. There's been a lot of players playing a lot of minutes over the last few weeks.
Definitely.
Doyle, Wotton, etc., etc. Rawlinson, for example, and some of those needed a rotation. Thomas today needed rotating. He looked tired. So I wouldn't say it was a tactical thing. I think it was more he put out who he could, and the change came. Enja needed a rest, came on, and that formation really changed the game.
It's becoming. We saw 3-5-2 at the start of the season. Didn't really work. We've found it now, it seems.
The thing that was really nice today was there was a tactical change where we took off an offensive player, and Bird came on, who to be fair has been very solid since he returned from Boston. Did well there by all accounts, and that's what's really nice. We're changing a formation to change a game, whether it be we're down and we're changing to be more offensive, or we're more offensive and we're changing to be slightly more defensive later in the game because we're winning, and it's working now. It feels as though it's taken some time to get there, but now the tactics that have been implicated, the formation tactics especially, they're now reaping their rewards. I don't think, possibly not today, we might not have picked up 3 points if we stuck as it was, because there were defensive players back today, Bird, etc., who came on as that defensive player, who really put their bodies in the line. And if it wasn't for that Slocum save at the end, it was a draw. I don't think anyone can deny it was a fantastic save. It was, I mean, you say cliche, it's a Championship League One save, but it was of that quality.
It was good. I want to talk about the midfield too, because it really feels like the results have changed as Doyle and Rose have stepped up. That compared to a month ago, they are different players. Rose, unbelievable. Doyle as well.
Absolutely, and I have been a critic as much as anyone about Rose and Doyle, saying that they don't play high enough at the pitch. But lately, they have been fantastic. Doyle has been playing higher. He's adapted his game, so he's no longer just sitting as that defensive midfielder. He's now carrying the ball that extra 10-15 yards. He's getting it into the centre of centre midfield. I'm not talking centre midfielders abroad. I'm talking, middle of the park. I'm talking, ability to spray it out wide. And him and Rose have just developed this natural partnership where they can now be a real asset to us going forward, as well as us retaining the ball from defence and then, working away at the pitch.
We've got nice problems now, haven't we? We've got a nice problem for Ollie to work out a fullback, Kelly Evans or Brindley, who Kelly Evans was fantastic.
He's been very, very good. Very underappreciated the last couple of games. He's been so solid. You've got to appreciate this is a man that has never played at this level. I know he started off out at somewhere higher, but in terms of where he's played regular football, Kettering last season, he is playing very, very well. Not just in terms of his technical ability, but his game management, his positioning. It's been phenomenal.
Well, like I've already said, you've got You've got the full-back options. You've got centre-back options when Turner's back. You've got
Lacey coming in.
Yeah, you've got Dennis up front, who's got a goal and not got on today. But then the man that's replaced him, Thomas, has got a goal.
Yep.
You just got so many options. It feels like that it's all coming together.
And this is exactly what we spoke about. This is what we've said. Even when we were going through rough times, this is what we spoke about. We have the squad. We've got the strength in depth that we can come to Solihull away, and we can change the squad. And it can be a squad that can beat a team that have got one of the biggest budgets in the league. And that's look how great we are. That is a credit to the strength in depth that we've got. And this is why we've been saying all through the season, don't worry, still we've had some bad performances. You should worry about those performances. But this is what we'll see us through the season. It will be that strength in depth. It will be the wages we've invested in our backup players. And if we were a lower side team in the league, even if we had the same starting 11 or similar starting 11 to Notts, and we couldn't rotate it, we would not win this game. We won this game today because of what we've invested in our backup players.
Matt, cracking away day.
Pleasure.
Good to speak to you.